Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm Matt Jones, and as you can see, we are in Alpha 19. So, this is my base at the moment. We are going to run this on a server sort of basis. I have got a couple of guys coming on to do the 7th night horde. Now, this was built within the 7 days. As you can see, the stairs weren't complete, but we're going to roll this back to the start of day 7, and hopefully we'll have a good night. But this has all had to change because with Alpha 19, they've changed a couple of things. But let's start with what we know. So, as you can see, my normal area is as is. It is a little bit bigger because I've got a couple of people living on the server as well. And we have our storage room here at the back. Now, one of the guys put in a staircase, which is quite nice, actually. And up here, we're going to have the normal solar arrays, generators, etc., battery banks. But we're also going to have the garden going around the outside, and hopefully maybe a bit going through the middle. But we'll see on how that goes. But what has changed? Well, the zombies can now walk across the slanted blocks. Now I'll show a picture of that just here. Now that means that these guys no longer fall down. So I've had to change this around a bit. Now I have tested this. These blocks still get them stuck a little bit, except for the dogs and the jumping ones. So what I've done is I have created a gap just here. So they'll come running through, jump, whatever, hit these and fall down. Now I'm going to put a bit of spikes down here and then put a doorway through here so that the zombies can get back out. And then they'll just cycle on round again. So that's the base as it is. We're going to see if it works on this 7th night. It is 10 zombies per wave. So we'll see how that goes. This is on adventure mode. I am going to try and do a full test on that. But this will be the last video here on the Matt Jones channel. Now, everything gaming related will now be moving over to Gaming Has Begun, and you'll see a link in the top right for that. If you like what I'm doing, go on to that new channel, like and subscribe. There is a couple of videos for you to watch as you go over there. I think you'll enjoy them. Hopefully you do. Like and subscribe to that new channel for me, and I will see you all there. But before we get to the new channel, we've got this last blast here on Matt Jones. So I'm probably going to do a montage from here right through until the 7th night horde. I'll introduce you to the guys who will be here on the base just before the horde starts, and he is going to be streaming. One of the main guys who's going to be on is called Grum. He is going to be streaming this live. He will also have it on his channel, and you'll see that card just arrive up in the top right now, so you can go watch from his perspective the whole day from about 4 AM. I've just fast forwarded. I can CM this at the moment because this is my game. But I will be winding it back to 4 AM. Everyone will come on and we will go through to the horde night. So let's crack on and we'll see you at the horde night.
I rebooted, so I left this one. But yeah. I've just knocked you up to 120. But anyway. It's really, really weird. I've increased the volume on Discord.
Okay, I have made a bedroll.
Yep, place that down for the time being. And make another one as you get closer. That way if you die, you'll respawn on that bedroll. That place needs spikes around the place.
But this is a level 2 mallet I'm using. And this is actually using up a lot of my stamina.
Which sort of mallet is it? Is it an iron one or a stone one?
A stone.
Yeah.
I haven't got an iron one.
Kind of,
Oh, there's making words at home there. I'm sure
No, I've got no food again. Sorry.
Alright.
I've got the red thing.
Well, just despawn your old one, then I expect.
Untouched sedan.
Yeah, have a search through that, see what you find.
Lead.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, if I press that, I'll just take everything. Yes?
Come around this side, we're going to raid this place.
Okay.
Okay, door trick. Oh, hey Sylvia.
Another one could jump down on me.
Oh. Ow. You hit me.
Oh, missed.
Swing and a miss. You're only 200, not
I have, but I really want to
How
strap
close do you have to be? Oh, no, it works.
Nice shot. Yeah, must have improved.
I can't see it from here too.
That's all the arrows I got. 36 health too.
Right.
Oh, blimey.
Get your arrows back.
Sometimes.
It's stuck. If it's stuck, let's go just bash its brains in. That's what I'm doing. No, it's not stuck. It's not stuck anymore. It's not stuck. It's not stuck. It's unstuck. It's unstuck.
Oh, I can't move. Oh.
There we go.
Details.
If the car's in the middle of the road, go for it.
Yeah.
Because when we get a four-wheel drive, we'll really don't want to be running into other cars. 3 minutes.
Half of it.
Oh, by the way, when it goes down to 1 minute, it goes to 0. So when you see the clock, because it happened to me the other day, I was counting it down. I thought, well, when it gets to 59, I've got a minute to get around the corner. And it went 59, 0. I went,
They're
okay.
here.
Where? Which direction?
Don't know yet.
You just hear the noise. I'm going on
That
the roof.
screen tells you they're here.
Oh, there they are. They are southwest.
Oh, the fat lady. Oh. Not only lady.
Might be a bit shifty in a minute.
Oh, nothing like.
What? How can you be getting up again?
And welcome back. So, for those who were a bit more observant, that have noticed that there was this little symbol up in the top corner. Now, for those who want to know what that is Grum's streaming channel. Now, Judo here forgot to press the record button. So, unfortunately, there's no footage from me, but there is footage from Grum. Now, if you want to watch his stream and what happened on that entire day, etc., you can look at his channel and that particular video up in the top corner right now. So, what happened? Well, the main part of the base succeeded. It did its job. It kept us safe. This, on the other hand, failed. Now, I'm going to bring it down and I'll show you what happened. So, zombies just literally walked over these. They smashed up these bits here and they literally just walked over these. They didn't stop, they didn't slow down. And then literally turned and beat up this wall. Then started work on these. Now, a couple of guys were over here on this side, shooting them. And there was a couple of us in here as well, shooting at them. Now, we all ran out of ammunition. We very much underestimated the number of zombies that were going to come in that night. And we ended up basically going down and beating them up with bats and whatever else we had. Now, what's we going to do now? It's going to be a case of fundamentally changing the design of this front end. I mean, the main base, it works. There's no issue with that. It's how we deal with the zombies now. The old methods have changed and they're no longer useful. So we need to come up with a new one. Now, my thought is the zombies came along, turned, started beating up here to try and get past this or to get to this. In either case, this corridor design is no longer viable. It's no longer to be any use to us. Especially as we get to higher and higher numbers of zombies coming in and attacking. Now, a conversation between the four of us who were on last night, so that was Grum, who was doing the filming, Milo, who's fairly new to this one, and Ollie, who is from Australia, and he's fairly new to this. It came to a consensus that we needed a better system where we could spread ourselves out in a line and shoot, or either spread ourselves up and shoot down, or something like that line. Now, the problem with doing a line and shooting down is that you'll end up damaging the floor blocks, which you don't really want to do, especially when you get to the cop zombies exploding and demolishers, because if you've already weakened this, it'll just make it easier for them to make more destruction. So the line out sort of formation is probably going to be the best one for this. So probably what I'm going to do is make a bridge across to a new area, and the zombies will come up and we can attack them. Now, I think this new design is going to have to be something that we can use melee attacks with and short range weaponry, just so that if we haven't got enough ammunition, we've still got a way of dealing with these guys. So that's going to take a bit of testing. So I'm going to have to do some testing on my other world, and then before coming back into this one and demolishing what I can't use of this and rebuilding to a new specification. So that's the way it is at the moment. It's a pain that they've changed the AI so much, so that no longer the old ideas will work. But hey ho, they've got to make this harder for some people, because some people were cheesing the AI to such an extent that it was a bit of a joke. People could get away with all sorts of antics. So we'll have to see what we can do. In the meantime, I'm going to continue building. I'm going to continue testing, and that will all be over on my brand new channel. Gaming has begun. That will be linked at the end of the video. It was linked earlier on as well. It'll be in the description and it'll be on the final card for you. So go on over to there, like and subscribe to my new channel, and that will keep you up to date with what I'm doing here in 7 Days to Die and anything else that I do with gaming sort of genre. So with that, I've been Matt. This has been Matt Jones' channel. I'll see you all over on my new videos, on my new channel, Gaming Has Begun, soon.